It has been quite some time since we've gotten any big news regarding Hogwarts Legacy. There were all those rumors of a collector's edition or a director's cut of some sort, and since 2025 started, it has pretty much been silent. Well, all of that changed this past week, particularly in regards to the PC version, because it sounds like a pretty significant PC update is on the way. Now, I have a lot of questions about this, and it also raises a number of issues that we'll get into and talk about here. But let's just start with the actual posts themselves, because there are a couple of them here. But it's from this guy, Jacob Freeman, who is a GeForce evangelist at NVIDIA, the GPU makers. This is actually an official position. At first, I thought this was just like a fan or something, but no. I looked into this. This is an actual person who works at NVIDIA, and it all started with this post right here, which says Hogwarts Legacy is getting a bunch of new updates. Now, I'm not primarily a PC guy, so I'm not even going to pretend that I understand what all of these things mean right here. But if you look at the actual visuals that they included, they did include a couple of screenshots here, we can see that there are going to be a number of new ray tracing options added to Hogwarts Legacy. And from the way they're describing it here, it feels fairly significant. I mean, you can look at this screenshot here, absolutely gorgeous. There's a shot right there inside Hogwarts. Here's another one, looks like from inside the library. And then a third one right here, also from inside the library. Now, if we go down to the next post from Jacob here, it says more. P.S. Hogwarts Legacy runs at over 400 FPS, maxed out on an RTX 5090. Of course, this is the new GPU that's going to be coming out this year from NVIDIA. So this is like top of the line that we're talking. But then Jacob does share a series of screenshots for that as well. You have the first one here, which I think is going into one of the map chamber rooms. And then the herbology greenhouse. Honestly, this one didn't look all that great to me. I don't know if it was showing off the reflections primarily or what, but the actual tree and greenery and everything, I mean, I feel like this looks better on my PS5, so I don't know what was going on with that shot exactly. Now, this next one, though, is a different story. I love the reflections over here on the right side, and then over on the left, you also have some really nice lighting there. I think this is on the mission where you're going with Sebastian for the first time, trying to sneak into the restricted section of the library. And then the last shot right here, where we get some really nice detail on the rock formation inside the cavern here, as well as all the lighting and reflections, and I'll try and zoom in on this so you guys can really see all the detail here. But again, keep in mind, this is running on an RTX 5090, so we're talking top of the line hardware here. This is absolutely the best that it's going to look. Now, there are actually two more posts that Jacob shared, but before we get to that, I want to point out that several people have been asking, when will the update be available? And Jacob hasn't said anything, so I guess he can't actually reveal when the update is coming. But even though he didn't have anything on the date, I do think it confirms some very interesting pieces for us here, especially if you've been following Hogwarts Legacy for a while. Number one, this confirms that they are still doing work on the original game, so they haven't moved everything completely off development of Hogwarts Legacy onto a sequel. There has been speculation, and we've been wondering what exactly are they up to. It seems they're certainly working on a sequel. We've seen comments from executives that have all but confirmed Hogwarts Legacy 2 is happening, whether or not it's called that or something else. We know there's going to be another game. Then we also had rumors of a Hogwarts Legacy Definitive Edition or Director's Cut from both Jason Schreier and Tom Henderson, two of the most reliable insiders in the entire gaming industry. Both of them have reported on that, and it's just been dead. We haven't heard anything official whatsoever. But with this specifically, I don't really think it is related to that director's cut, because we just saw this with PS5 Pro, actually. They put out a new update to take advantage of that hardware boost on PS5 Pro, and I guess they're just deciding to do this for the PC version. Since it's been a while, we haven't really seen many updates. I know there are a lot of people who still have some issues with performance regardless of having really nice PCs. So maybe this is trying to fix a lot of those issues and also just stay up to date with the new hardware. But I do think if they are still supporting the game after all this time, to me, that just screams that there has to be more content coming, right? I mean, surely you wouldn't put this much effort into the graphics and getting everything to look better if there wasn't more content coming, because we're over 2 years at this point and we're still updating Hogwarts Legacy like this with little graphics updates. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it, but I feel like there just has to be something more. Now, the next post from Jacob is this one right here, where he says the new ray reconstruction setting coming to Hogwarts Legacy makes a massive difference in reflection detail. Just check out this comparison captured again on an RTX 5090. So once again, reminder to you guys that this is on top of the line hardware. At the same time, though, you also have to consider that this is looking at it through Twitter, which is automatically going to compress this. So it is going to look obviously much better when it's running natively on the hardware and it's not compressed by Twitter. But even with that compression, me as someone who primarily games on PS5, I can tell a clear difference right here. You get more sharpness, the reflections are just overall better, and it's a much clearer image to me over here on the right with the ray reconstruction on. And then I almost missed these next two. This was actually in reply to that previous one we talked about here, but over on the left, again, you have the ray reconstruction off, and then the right, ray reconstruction on. So just to my eye here, again through Twitter compression, the one on the right, much more clear, more detail in the wood on the floor, and then also the reflections, the lighting, it just looks so much better. I mean, a clear improvement here. I think this one, though, might be the biggest difference by far. That one on the left right there just looks like a blurry mess in comparison to the one on the right, which looks way more realistic to me. And again, we have to caveat all this by saying that this is with a 5090, so top of the line GPU. Still, though, you hope that this new NVIDIA technology is going to be something that even those lower tier GPUs might be able to take advantage of as well. And then this one right here, which has a very similar comment, just a bit of a different shot here. So on the left, ray reconstruction off, and then on the right, ray reconstruction on. Now, for those of you who are more technical than me and game on PC a lot, maybe you can tell me what's going on with kind of the flickering over here in this one on the left, whereas the one on the right doesn't have it at all. It almost just looks like a completely still image, but then there are times when this looks like it's actually in motion too. So I'm not 100% sure, but what you can see very clearly is that there is a stark difference in just the overall image quality as well as the reflections there. Much more clear in the one on the right. And if you are a PC person, Jacob makes it very clear here that you should turn on ray reconstruction. Again, this is when the update comes out. So apparently this ray reconstruction isn't even a setting that you can use right now. Now, if you also remember, even though a director's cut has never been confirmed by anyone at Avalanche or WB, Chandler Wood, community manager, did say that they knew people were interested in a New Game Plus mode, and that is something that they were taking to the team to potentially work on. There was nothing ever beyond that we've heard at all, but if you're putting out an update like this, I gotta feel like there's more coming. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments below. Super curious to see what you think. I know it's been a while since we talked about Hogwarts Legacy, but YouTube thinks you might enjoy these videos as well. Check it out over on the left side of your screen. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.